Welcome to Cook With Me, episode 16. I'm cooking South African favorites today, which is rice, tin fish, and cabbage. I started with boiling my water in a large pot and cooking my rice. This one is tasty rice. You cook it for 20 to 25 minutes. You drain it and then you let it simmer down on one up until there's no water left in it, and it will be ready, nice and fluffy. It's easy to cook. I cook it the same way that I cook basmati, but the difference is that basmati it's 7 to 8 minutes, and this one is 20 to 25 minutes, or 20 to 22 minutes to be precise. So I just drained it and I put it back onto the stove and reduced my stove to 1, and it's going to simmer down for a couple of minutes. We're just making sure that there's no water left on it so that it can be nice and fluffy. While that is going, I'm going to heat my pan and add oil onto it. Sufficient oil. The stove that I'm using is very slow, so yeah, I'm not using a high, the one that is it gets, the one that is too hot. English bundles have depleted, and I'm going to open my tin fish. I'm using 2 because I was cooking both lunch and dinner, and hence 2 tins or 2 cans. And then I'm going to start cleaning it. I do know that there are some people that don't clean it. I prefer to clean it, and this is how I clean it before I can even cook it. I made pizza last night, and the vegetables that I had cut remained quite a bit. I still had quite a bit once I was done, so I decided to freeze it overnight. I wasn't sure that when I was going to use it. Otherwise, I would have just kept it in the fridge. My rice is ready. There's no water on it anymore, so I'm going to remove it from the stove and then fry my vegetable. As I was saying, I wasn't sure when I was going to use it, so I froze it. But then this morning I decided to make rice with tin fish, and I used them, which is onion, red pepper, and green chili. And then I cleaned my tin fish and I added it onto the vegetables onto the pan, and then added my seasoning according to the way you guys know me, the garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and then I added garam masala. Garam masala in this taste that I love, guys. I'm loving it these days. I think I've said this over and over again. I added chili flakes and I also added aromat onto there just to adjust the seasoning. If you don't like aromat, please add salt or whichever that you use. If you use chicken stock, use chicken stock. If you use beef stock, use beef stock. And when I cook fish, I try not to smash it. I don't like it smashed. I like it chunky. I like it tasting like it's like I can taste the fish. But I know we are different. We like different things in life. So yeah. And then it was cooked. I removed it from the stove. Then we start cooking my husband's favorite, cabbage. And I started with heating my pan once again. I added turmeric, and I also added chilies, crushed chili onto there. And then I added beef stock onto my pan, and then I stir them in. I'm just toasting the spices at this point. You can cook it any way you want to cook it, but this is how I cook it. And then after toasting them, I'm going to start adding my cabbage bit by bit. I'm very particular when I cook cabbage, guys. It's I don't know. It sometimes it's difficult for it to fit onto the pot, and I also don't want it to get bent. Ne? So when I cook cabbage, I'm literally by the stove. I do not move. And as you can see, I've added just enough for me, the one just enough that I can be able to control without it falling off. And then as it reduces, like cabbage will reduce a little bit, I add a little bit more, and then I stir it in until it reduces, and then I will add a little bit more. That's how I cook my cabbage. Thank you so much for watching. See you on my next upload.